Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor at M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. Here's the scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Denver Broncos. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. Here comes Montgomery now to return it. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now Jackson on first down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now it's Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Collins. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Montgomery. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback, or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game?
Detroit! Detroit!
Now Jackson on second down. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it first and goal.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, he'll have to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
On first and goal, Collins. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he gets it a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
The Ravens averaged exactly 4 yards per rush in 2017, and that's what they need here, 3rd and 4. They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. Shakes off the sag. Eluding the pressure run. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Oh, man.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards on the
You fighting a losing battle, bro. You're going to get your ass whipped.
Now, look, that wasn't a huge
just so you
game,
know.
but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
It ain't going to help you.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Rudolph on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Here's Freeman. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Shotgun snap for Rudolph. And he's got it. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Well, the Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd down.
Could be a blitzer.
Rudolph now to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
After the interception, here's Jackson. He gets this one to Michael Crabtree. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
What the fuck is going on with all these injuries?
13 yards, picking up the first.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Detroit!
Here's Collins. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
You weak, bro.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs.
This guy.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And taken right on the 30. That's spinning now. How did he stay on his feet? Nice job on the return there. 16 yards. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10.
Let's go, Scrub.
So the Broncos coming out now. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
On 2nd down, here's Rudolph. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And they're going to have this across midfield.
You garbage, man. You're getting fucking lucky. Let's go. I'm going to beat the shit out of you.
Nice gain of 25 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Now they'll run it on the toss. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards.
That's a big league run. Takes them down inside the 5-yard line, and momentum definitely on the side of the guys on offense. And if you're an offensive lineman, you love to run the football, especially out in the field where there's some space. But I will get you in on a little bit of a secret. Those guys like it in tight, too, because they get matched up and they get to show just how stout they are in a tough situation. They're recommending.
What the hell are the injuries on? 1 million?
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. They'll try the air now. Here's Rudolph. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Detroit! Detroit!
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at second down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
It's a pickup of 11.
It ain't going to help you whatever you're doing. You're going to lose, bro. I'm about to dial in on your ass.
Baltimore first down. This quarterback now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And he whips that one incomplete there.
So it looked like maybe his third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Back 99 Philly, here we go!
Jackson going to throw again. And he rifles one incomplete. That one was intended for John Brown. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Let's go! Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Hey, watch the screen! Watch the screen! Over!
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long. We'll get a timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. To throw again is Jackson. And it falls incomplete.
What the fuck is going on with the damn audibles, man? What the fuck?
A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Now this
He ain't on that bullshit right now.
Unit ready to head back out onto the field.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Detroit! Detroit!
Here comes a 1st down throw for Rudolph. Stepping up, he's going to keep it and avoids the contact by sliding. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. 1st down now, but that clock rolling.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Throw left side complete. That's Lindsey. There he goes left side. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Broncos able to show off their quick strike ability. And oh, it's no good. For the 2nd time now in this 1st half, he's missed an extra point.
You garbage ass nigga, I'm gonna beat your ass, man. Fake ass nickel G, you keep trying to run. I'm about to torch the fuck out of you. You so fucking stupid, all you gotta do is run to the opposite side because all the nickel G plays slant to one side. Whatever side the nickel back is on, they slant to the opposite side. So I just gotta run away from you. I'm about to tear your ass up. And if you try to baseline or slide it back, you're going to fuck yourself over. But it's all good. Show you better than I can tell you, though.
The football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the 2nd half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. Jackson from the shotgun. Crabtree with it over the middle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 16 yards on that one and a Raven 1st. The Ravens moving quickly here as the clock runs. Throwing is Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1.
Come on, nigga, you garbage.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Gone! Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
After the interception,
What the? See, this is bullshit. This glitch ass shit is going on.
And before the 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Set. 319. 319. Detroit! Detroit!
Here's Rudolph now on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. And his throw here is incomplete.
Nigga, won't you stop? That's extremely too high. The injury should be set no higher than 15%. That's for any CFM league. You guys need to get this shit together. going to come back and I'm going to beat your ass because all you doing is instantly rolling out the pocket with no pressure, spreading left or right out the pocket to playmaker down the field. You just trying to manipulate the AI, you weak-ass bitch.
Passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers. You know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
And they'll run it here. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
On 1st down, Rudolph looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Going for the deep ball. It's caught inside the 25. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Good.
Rudolph throwing on 2nd down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Back down to that Philly. Here we go.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone.
I got damn near 7 guys injured.
Here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Out of the gun, Rudolph finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Call it a gain of 5. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A big play there for the Broncos on third. 45 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
From the gun, here's Rudolph. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown with a wear down defense.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Jackson on first down. Drops it underneath for Collins. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play. And that'll make this a second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On second down, here's Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
It finds Crabtree for the completion. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Sua Cravens with a pick. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about
can't do shit with 7 of my starters down.
In a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They go play action here on first down. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Fine. 3 of my offense, starting offensive linemen hurt. 2 defensive end, a defensive tackle, fucking linebacker. Come on, man, this is some bullshit.
So the illegal forward pass also cost him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. They'll run it now out of the gun.
This moving fucking slow. Shit. This nigga is so garbage. He's ass, man. I'm losing to a bum ass nigga because this fuck ass league ain't got their goddamn settings right.
They come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great effort there from 17 yards out. And the Broncos turn that interception into a touchdown.
This is some straight bullshit, man. 2.
Now McManus for the extra point. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. Now McManus on to kick this one off.
Fucking amateur commissioners.
Here comes Montgomery now, the return. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Slow.
A first throw for the backup Griffin. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping them from the 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll throw on 1st down with Griffin. It's complete to Snead. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this in the red zone all the way inside Denver's 15. A gain of 39 that time. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Griffin on 1st down. This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
This will be caught at about the 6. They're giving the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
Once again, Griffin. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. He'll get it up the middle, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the 4th quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't it?
For RG3, his first touchdown pass since New Year's Day of 2017, as his guys are back within a single score. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was the super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. but you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first down. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. And they'll go on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Shotgun snap for Rudolph. Flushed out right. He'll let this thing go for Sanders. They've got his man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Over!
Rudolph on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Here's Rudolph. He's going to go for a big play now. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way home for a Bronco score. Make that now 3 touchdown passes for the rookie Mason Rudolph. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. McManus's point after is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now McManus on to kick this one off.
Most of you and your commissioners.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And that last time, a long drive. And not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Throwing now, Griffin on 1st down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. On the give, this is Collins running left. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And no, it's incomplete.
Two quarterbacks down, not including the rest of my 6 or 7 guys. And yes, when you pinch your defensive line and you take another defender to stack the defensive line, you're trying to manipulate the AI for what they call a nano and a free release.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know more about this game than any of y'all 32 people in here put together. Make no mistake about that. I know every trick and glitch to the book. You ain't got nothing I ain't seen. The only time I lose is when I get fucked by Madden.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. He already has
it's not a goddamn overload. It's a way to get a nano because you're trying to beat the nano detection system.
They're the ones helping up the person who just got.
Unless you know what you're talking about,
right?
shut up.
There's a running play or a pass play. They've got to figure out a way to slow him down. Maybe you chip him with a 2nd guy. Maybe you just out and out double him. Maybe you make sure you take the ball and throw it as far away from him.
All you do is put your foot in your mouth.
He is wrecking things.
Talking out your ass.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. 3rd and long, it's Rudolph. Now they go screen, it's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing about a dozen on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
He's only complaining because of the way they set it up. It's a nano. It's a way to beat the nano detection system. And unless you got a playbook full of play-action plays, you don't get the increased blocking to execute the offensive play. I'm trash, really? Your mother didn't say that last night. She told me I was Big Daddy.
Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game.
Now fix these goddamn injuries.
The entire game, but these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
Got me up here losing to a bum because I got 7 to 9 people hurt.
That's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated because, you know, open air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive
Your mother
is it
likes
that you
sensitive
travel
men.
with a laminator?
Stop talking
I didn't even
back
know there
to
was
your
a
father.
portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for the Broncos, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll return home next week to take on the Kansas.